Okay, so Depression 101, and I'm having a conversation with Janet Chencha. Everybody knows her as JC, and she wrote to me and she said, I'm ready to have a conversation because it's important for people to know, and I appreciate that. Can we talk about this a little bit? A lawyer of 7 years standing, you do not practice. Why do you not practice law?
I quit because the voice in my head that kept telling me I'm not good enough.
Really, Janet?
Yes.
In the last 15 minutes we've been together, wow. Really?
Yes. Yes, I'd say because I was doing a lot of litigation.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't like this. I don't think I'm good at this. I don't think I'm ever going to be good at this.
But now when you look back at it,
I was pretty good.
Okay, I just needed you to acknowledge that. That's all I needed. Because, somebody could dismiss what you just said as everybody gets that place where they want a career change.
Yeah.
But for you, it wasn't that.
No.
Something else was telling you, you're not that hot.
Yeah, exactly.
But in retrospect, you're like, I was good at it.
Yeah, I was good.
But the voices told you, mm-mm.
Yeah, the voices are like, no, this is not for you.
So, what do you want a husband to know? Because your husband lived with you through it, 2 years of postpartum depression.
Yeah.
And even as you told him, he was like, okay. I mean, you sat him down, but he's like, I get you. And I'm going to go to the doctor with you.
Yeah.
But right now, there is a couple struggling because either one of them, and because you can't speak for a man, you can only speak for a woman. There's a woman who is in the space you were in.
Yeah.
When you remember the woman you were, what do you wish he had seen?
Actually, I would flip that around. I wish I had talked to him earlier instead of trying to portray myself as this person who can take on everything.
Superwoman syndrome. Huh?
That is exactly what I had.
By the way, chicks need to give up that story.
Yeah, so when he looked at me, he saw this one, she's coping, she's okay. That's what he saw. And all these issues of not leaving the house, not sleeping, he just thought this is her personality. Because I'm a very much a homebody from a long time ago. I'm an introvert. But now it was becoming extreme. But I don't know whether he didn't notice it or maybe he was also in denial.
Yeah, but you only know what you know, which is why, for me, the series of conversations is to open our eyes to other people. Because sometimes also we're so caught up in our lives and we also like to say, JC, siako hivo.
Yeah.
I went to high school with her, anakuanga hivo. Or is in the bar, it's like, she's having her issues. Unajua wanawake. And we're very dismissive of other people's real life situations.
Yeah.
So for you, you wish you had told him earlier.
I wish I had told him earlier. I wish I had been more vulnerable instead of making myself like Superwoman.
Tough.
Yes.
I got this.
Yes. Because maybe if I had, I would have gotten help
sooner. And for the friends who you told and only one heard you.
Yeah.
When somebody speaks, what should we be listening for?
Most of the time when we speak, we actually do express ourselves. People need to listen to what you're saying. Like when I was telling them, but I made it more humorous. Like,
of course.
When I was saying I don't leave my house because I'm afraid I might be eaten by a lion, then people would laugh like
everybody lives in Rongai.
Yeah. So I think perhaps the one friend that I told you about, it was able to read into it because that is her line of.
You told me.
Profession.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was a psychiatric nurse.
Yes. I think that is why she understood.
That's why she understood.
Yeah.
I think for me, what I'm looking for is hoping that the person who's been struggling for the last 2-3 years, who's watching this video, her friends will recognize that maybe we need to listen.
For myself, I would say my behavioral patterns really changed. I don't know if my friends actually realized because I distanced myself.
When you disappear?
Yeah, I just disappeared. Whenever we used to have a chama, we used to have a girls like we do girls trips, we do coffees.
You disappeared.
I always used to have an excuse, and I think after some time they're like, they don't even invite you anymore because they
Actually,
know.
that's what we do, isn't it?
Yeah, they know.
Yeah, we get tired of inviting you. You won't show.
Exactly.
Atakuja.
That's the thing. So I think when you start to see your friend
withdrawing,
you should actually even surprise them and just come.
Yeah.
Like I had a group. Okay, I have different groups of friends. There's a group of friends who just, they surprised me and they came with their own food. I was like, don't cook. We've come with our own food. You need such friends.
You need such friends.
Yes.
Yes. We do get caught up in our little circles and we're like, JC anajiringaka siku hizi. Wamehama rongai. Ataki, she don't want to see us.
Yeah.
So we need to watch out for that. Yeah. Because, and Nairobians hate it when I mention this, and we are functional alcoholics, most of us. You said your wine went from a glass to a bottle.
Yes.
And you were drinking at home.
Yes.
But somebody will say, but by me, I enjoy my wine. I enjoy my wine. I like a dry red. I'm a Shiraz girl. If it's white, it's got to be a Chardonnay. But somebody else will say, I mean, what does that say about me? When, other than seeing the number of bottles, I'm sure even by the time you're moving to glass number 3, you are like, Appa.
Yeah. I knew I was chasing that feeling because it's like the only time I felt happy. Because most of the time I was either existing in sad or numb. Sad or numb.
Oh, but when you had your vino veritas.
Yes, when I have my alcohol, I feel nimechangamka, you know. And then before that, whenever I'd have like a happy moment, it's followed by a feeling of foreboding, like something terrible is going to happen. But then I have those thoughts, like something terrible is going to happen. Yeah. So I'm laughing and then midway I'm thinking something terrible is about to happen.
So you can't even enjoy a moment?
I can't enjoy a moment, but when I'm drunk...
We can enjoy all the moments.
We can enjoy all the moments.
Which brings me to my final one. When I was speaking to Tabitha and Caroline and Jemima, and I asked them, you know, what is it about mental illness and especially depression that also brings about the thoughts of death? And they told me it's not one day. You actually fantasize about it. Yeah. You toy with the idea.
Yeah.
But you told me in your case, when it comes to death,
I just feel if tomorrow I don't wake up, that's fine. That's just, I have never actively thought of killing myself.
And you told me it's because you think you're a coward.
I think I'm a coward. I don't like to feel pain, so I'd rather not inflict it on myself.
Yes.
But if something happened and tomorrow, maybe I'm the sort of person who'd kill themselves with a jiko. Maybe, because it's painless.
Yes.
And then I start like crossing off things that I know I won't die. Or other people won't die or starve if I don't do.
Wow. But when like morning comes and your alarm clock, so I guess you don't have an alarm clock then?
If I put on an alarm clock, I won't sleep because I'll keep thinking about
about that. So you told me you've got depression and anxiety, so that triggers an anxiety.
Yes.
But when you wake up, you're like, oh, I'm still here. Yes. Not, yay, another day.
No. There's something else. I don't know whether the other people experience it. My house looks like a bomb blast. Yes. Because most of the time, sometimes I feel inspired, sometimes I don't. You know, like if a pen would fall down, I have no inclination to pick it up. I have no energy. I feel like if I bend down and pick it up, all my energy will be gone. That is when I'm in a really bad state.
Wow.
Yes.
We will look out for that also with our friends.
Yes.
So it's not that you're untidy, but when you look at what you have to do to even just a pen, you feel it will take everything.
Exactly. And like I told you, the energy reserves feel very limited. So you prioritize, you know, like if you think, okay, I have the kids here, I need to take care of the kids. So that's what I do. And then the rest of the things I don't. And
it has never occurred to you can get help just for the house?
I have help. I don't think I could have coped without help. But now you see, like the help, you tell them, don't touch my bedroom. So everything else is neat.
Yes.
But the bedroom is a bomb blast area.
It's a complete explosion of its own.
Exactly.
Wow.
So that's what happens. Or you can clean the living room like when maybe she's off, because that's the common area. But uko ndani.
For somebody who's watching you, you told me something interesting, that a lady who had known you, a friend of yours, had seen you on another medium and told you you're too intelligent to be depressed.
Yes.
Meaning what?
I don't know. Okay,
the reason I want us to talk about that is that I also want to get rid of the stigma once again that people of a certain nature or standing cannot be depressed. This is an illness.
Yes, and it can affect anybody.
Anybody.
Yeah.
So for her, your intelligence?
I should know better, pretty much.
Oh, dear Lord.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, she's precious.
Because they think like depression is a result of something. I think that's the issue.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's looking at me, she's like, okay, you have this business, you have this family, you have no reason to be depressed.
You're smart, you're a lawyer of 7 years standing.
Yeah.
How can you possibly be depressed?
Exactly.
But you know, that's the same thing we also say when we find out a woman is in an abusive relationship. We're like, but she's so intelligent, she has a master's, she has this and that. How can she?
Yeah.
When we don't understand, has nothing to do with all that.
Exactly.
It has nothing to do with all that. So also, we cannot assume that a friend, a child, a sibling of ours is too accomplished to suffer from this.
Yes.
There is no such thing.
There is no such thing.
I know that just because when I look, and I guess the only way I know how to make people understand is to look at what you think are the people at the pinnacle of their lives who take their lives.
Yeah.
From people like Robin Williams
and
the front singer for Linkin Park.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just the other week, Kate Spade. I mean, this woman was a dollar millionaire times over. My wallet is by Kate Spade, and I have a handbag that I now hold dear. But, you know, we have to dispel this notion that the more accomplished you are academically, financially, socially, it does not mean you don't deal with dark thoughts.
Yeah.
How many children do you have?
2.
Youngest is how old?
4 years.
Will you look out for signs in them?
Yes, now that I know what they look like, I think I'm better equipped to look at them and see any of these behavioral changes.
Do they understand when mom is not having a good day?
I don't think they do yet.
They're too young.
Yeah.
Okay. Only reason I'm saying this is that, and this is now me telling you, and I wouldn't even suggest you necessarily watch this, but I spent the weekend binging 13 Reasons on Netflix. And as I watched that, I told myself, I'm going to have to be a very observant mother as my children get into their teenage years. And actually, out of and I'm sure you can see I'm holding my stack of emails, I've had no young people yet, all mothers. And I'm worried about whether mothers can recognize depression and anxiety in their children. As adults, I think we're getting there. I'm now beginning to worry about our children. Yeah. It's something I'm worried about. So I challenge the other 3 ladies, I'm going to challenge you.
Yes.
Where you get a platform, talk about it. Where you got a platform, challenge government to do more. This cannot be wished away. And I hear we have 50 trained psychiatrists in the country. A country of 50-something million. 50. More and more and more, it means there are people who go undiagnosed and looked after, and who finally get to that place of enough. And that for me is it. Just so long as you don't hide it, and you've already done number 1 by being here. Number 2, by actually speaking your truth and saying, no, I need my medication and I will take it. Yes. So you've taken that back. And number 3, by being the woman who said, I wish I had told him earlier. Because there's a woman watching thinking, I think I better talk to this man in my life. Or tell somebody. Any final words from you on depression and anxiety?
What I would like to say, especially to women, what I've already said, you're not superwoman. Especially if you're a mother and you're a wife, you're not superwoman. If you need help, please ask for it.
Give me 5.
Yes,
Ask for help.
Yes. Talk to your husband. He should be your best friend.
He should be.
Yes. Talk to him as often as you need for him to understand. Go with him to appointments when you finally get to the point where you get a doctor. Go with, because when he's there, that is when he understands the magnitude of what is happening.
Yes.
Yes, because sometimes he may think this lady is a drama queen.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
And you know how men are.
Yeah.
That's how they
like
talk about
that.
us.
And then don't stay silent about it.
No.
Yes, because the more you think you're pushing it back in, the worse it will explode.
Yes.
Yeah, so talk about it in as much as there's stigma around it.
We're killing stigma. That's why I'm doing this series.
Yes, talk about it, because I realized when I started speaking out on Facebook, all these women would come to my inbox. They would not comment.
No.
They would come to my inbox and narrate to me what they were going through.
Wow.
A lot of them, I was able to give them the contact of my doctor to go and see. Some of them are under treatment. And most people are of the idea that you can pray it away, yoga it away, exercise it away. Sometimes you cannot. And there are people who tell you that's what they did, and then it worked out for them. You must realize that it's different for everybody.
There you go. I was going to say we're different.
Yes.
We're all different.
It's different for everybody.
Which is why I was talked to as many people tell me, Caroline, I'm ready to come and sit on your boring green couch and talk about depression and anxiety.
Yeah.
Bless you for coming.
Thank you
and
so
thank
much
you for traveling from Rongai for me. Thank you.
I'm happy to be
here. And more power to you. Thank you ever so much. Subscribe, and if you want to get in touch, please do. Please do. The conversation must be started. The taboo must be lifted.